Welcome everyone to Better Deals and Money, BDM for short. Thank you for being here tonight. Let's see who we have in the house. Michael Johnson, Brian Hedges. Give me 1 second, Brian. I'm going to make you a co-host. Christina Collins, David Richards, Don Chadwick, Terry Lewis, Janice, Lyle Alexander, MS, Nacho, Shirley York, Teeny, Tisa, Tom Leonard. Welcome, welcome. Now, the reason you're here tonight is simple. You're here to see if BDM can help plug some of the holes in your money bucket. And I'm here to help you make a simple $10 decision. As easy as it might seem, I've seen people walk away from a $10 decision that can turn into $496 in monthly income within days or weeks, only to drop $3,000 into some Ponzi scheme that promised to pay 5% daily. And a day or two later, the rug was pulled out and they lost it all. True story. It's a big temptation to invest in schemes that promise big returns for doing nothing. And to be honest, I've tried that myself and lost more money than I care to admit. So we built BDM on a principle that works every time. Give, and it shall be given unto you. This is a universal law that applies to everything. Just like gravity, farmers understand it. You plant seeds, you get a harvest. At BDM, we apply that same principle to money and dreams. The Amish have been doing this forever. Picture this. 1 second, I think we got somebody unmuted. Picture this. A young Amish couple gets married, moves into a new home with almost nothing. One day, a farmer knocks and says, "How would you like a barn?" The couple says, "We can't afford that right now." The neighbor replies, "No, you don't pay for it. We'll build it." And in just one day, 100 neighbors come together. By sunset, the barn is standing strong, and the only thing the couple agrees to is feeding the workers and helping other members of the community build their barns. That's exactly what BDM is. We build each other's barns. We help each other raise capital to pay for whatever project that is dear to you. Think about your own reason for checking this out. Is it bills, travel, family? A project you've been waiting to start? Whatever your reason is, write it down and put a dollar figure next to it, because what you're about to see can make any amount of money a reality. When you sow into this community, your seed multiplies, not in months or years. It can happen within days, and you'll see exactly how it works. The Bible says, if a people come together in the spirit of unity, nothing can be withheld from them. The word community includes the word unity, and BDM is reigniting that spirit right here and now. Unity is baked right into community, and for most of history, people lived by seed time and harvest and helping one another. Somewhere along the way, we lost that rhythm. Well, BDM is bringing it back, because when we move in unity, failure isn't possible. When you join BDM, you're stepping into a private member club where we live by a code of honesty, generosity, and helping each other win. You get a back office with tools, tracking, and training. You start with one enrollment and choose people who typically succeed at whatever they do, because one right person can potentially make you wealthy. Eventually, your goal will be to have 4 or more. With just 4 referrals, you're already in profit, and that's enough to carry you to the very top of the compensation plan. You don't need hundreds, not thousands, just 4. And from there, the system fast tracks you to $496 monthly income and beyond. So the Amish raise barns with wood and nails. We raise barns with dollars and community. And if you're thinking, but I can't give right now, remember, you don't have to start big. Start with $10. Use your profits to scale up. Duplication does the heavy lifting, and your harvest grows faster than you expect. So let's start this journey together. We're about to play a short video that breaks down the numbers and shows you exactly how this $10 seed can grow into $496 monthly income quickly.
I'm John Austin, and I'm coming to you with an amazing opportunity. What if I told you that just $10 a month could turn into $496 in monthly income, and that it could happen in days, not months? Sounds almost unbelievable, right? But stay with me. We built something the world has never seen before. A first-of-its-kind dual-stream compensation plan designed for speed and starting at just $10 a month. That means anyone can afford it. Imagine designing the perfect plan, a plan for the little guy, where even someone who struggles to recruit could still earn steady perpetual profits. A plan for the masses, where a small seed, leveraged correctly, grows into a fortune, fast. And a plan powerful enough to attract million-dollar leaders, who can earn thousands daily, right out of the gate. Tough decision, right? We built all three. Welcome to Better Deals and Money. Our dual stream plan combines the two most powerful systems ever created. First is our high-powered coded 2-up plan, where everyone you personally refer takes the next available frontline position. No waiting, instant pay. With one exciting twist, your second and fourth personal referrals pass up to your sponsor. The 2-up plan has long been considered by experts the most powerful compensation plan ever created, paying up to 20 times what some others pay. Then you might ask, why don't all companies use it? The answer is simple: fear of loss. Nobody wants to give up two good people, especially when it could be their best two. Our newly created dual stream plan overcomes that weakness by stopping the loss with its opposing reversed alternate fast track plan, designed for speed, simplicity, and serious momentum. Here's how it works. Every even payment from your team goes to you. Every odd payment fuels your upline. You get paid in either one plan or the other on every single person you refer, and because both plans are equally powerful, you simply cannot lose. Together, they create a ripple effect of speed, momentum, and duplication. It's never been done before, and it doesn't stop there. We stacked this model across 13 powerful entry points, from just $10 to $20,000. Every upgrade unlocks new streams of income, flowing to you 24/7. This isn't just making money, it's a wealth engine. And here's the beauty. Low cost to start. Simple system anyone can follow. Results that duplicate quickly. No hype, no gimmicks. Just a straightforward way to put real money in your pocket. You get a system designed to move you quickly toward $496 in monthly income. Not someday, not after months of grinding, but within days. And you don't have to stop there. You can scale up just as quickly to be earning thousands monthly. Now imagine this. A simple $10 decision today could cover groceries, gas, bills, or whatever matters most to you every single month. All from a system that's built to actually work. We made it fair for everyone. Do nothing. You earn nothing. But just one good referral can earn you hundreds of dollars monthly. And 4 referrals is all that you need to go to the top level of the comp plan and earn thousands. Not 20, not 100, not into the thousands, so you can cover your auto ship like other opportunities. That doesn't exist here. Look at this chart. With just 62 people on your team, you are earning $496 monthly. As your organization grows deeper, and it will with just 10 levels of duplication, you would now earn over $16,000 monthly. And it doesn't stop there. Some legs will go 100 levels deep and deeper. What happens if you personally refer 10? That's over $53,000 monthly. And what if your team average goes to 5? That's $154,000 monthly. But why would you stop there? But let's start with a realistic goal, because anybody can earn $496 monthly with consistent effort. That lets you experience the system working and motivates you to do even more. Just $10 a month to earn unlimited income. There are no other fees. So here's the choice. Keep doing what you're doing, or take one small step today that could create a $496 monthly income stream in just days. Click below. Get started for only $10, and let's build your income together.
Okay, let's take a look at how you can get started. Your sponsor is going to send you a link. I'm just going to put one in here. Not there. We got to go up here. I'm going to use a demo account. From here, you would click register. Fill out your information, get signed up. From there, you're going to get, actually, you're going to get a nice welcome email. And by all means, you want to check your email and take the steps to verify your email. So if you look in your inbox and you don't see the email, please go to your spam and mark it not spam. Now, once you're enrolled, and you're going to come over here to make a purchase. BDM dual stream. Okay. Once you make a donation, these that will then be taken. Just to show you how this works, we'll click on the 100. You can pay with credit card. If you've got money and commissions in your e-wallet, you can pay that way, or you can pay with cryptocurrency. In this case, we're going to take a look at the credit card, click process payment. Now, what you're going to see here is that you get 2 for 1. You're going to get a vacation valued, in this case, $100. You're going to get 8 days, 7 nights in Puerto Vallarta. You can use the vacation or not. It is a real vacation. We're also giving you the $100 dual stream. Total is $100 plus a processing fee. You fill in your credit card information and click pay. Immediately, you will see if I went ahead and paid, this would then be taken. Here's your e-wallet. This will show you all of your transactions, money going in, money going out. You have your genealogy. We're still working on the genealogy for the dual stream. Okay, that should be coming anytime next day or two. You have your marketing tools. You got websites. Here's the video we just played right here, the $10 secret. All you have to do is click this little square that will copy this URL. You can send that to people, invite them to watch that video. And if they join, they click join from that video, they will be coded to you. Some other marketing tools here, banners, short videos, flyers, business cards. Encourage you to watch this video that will change your life forever. This is another landing page you have to use. A lot of people have joined from this landing page right here, so you might want to take a look at that. And then there's also secret script here, and audio and a PDF that you will learn about that when you watch the video. Last thing I want to talk about is our Telegram group. Join our Telegram group so that you stay connected. You're getting updates, etc. And that's about it. But we've created some income calculators here so that you can kind of plan your make a game plan for how you're going to build your business. Now, understand that you have 2 streams of income. Okay, you have the 2-up earnings and you have the reverse fast track earnings. Let's take this down to a very moderate number, 62 people. That would have you earning the $496 monthly. So how could that happen? All right. So with a $10 entry, you are entering into 2 $5 plans, $5 and $5. So these the commission that's being paid off of these are being paid off of a $5 entry. When you get paid in the 2-up, you're getting paid from $5. When you get paid in the reverse fast track, you're getting paid from $5, and it's 80%, which then would be $4. The $20 plan, you'd be entering two $10 plans. The $50 plan, you're entering two $25 plans, and the $100 plan, you're entering two $50 plans. Well, let's look at just what the $10 plan can produce because, well, number one, if you're earning this kind of money and you can earn more by taking some of these profits and joining the $20 plan, that makes sense. That's a logical thing to do. And that alone, as your 62 people follow you, still 62 people, that would pay you 1,488 monthly. Take from those profits, join the $100 plan, that would be almost $9,000 a month. And when you get to $10,000 a month in this industry, that's considered, a real decent income. And that's really a goal that many people ultimately shoot for. They feel like if they could do $10,000 a month, that would really set them financially free. And in many cases, that's true. Imagine taking, $10,000 and going on a vacation. That's a pretty nice vacation. $10,000, pretty good down payment on a car. In 3 months, you could pay cash for the car. House payment, $10,000 would make a really nice house payment. So $10,000, you can really make a difference in someone's life. But even $500. I've been in this industry 60 years. I've gone to the top of 7 companies. I've owned companies of my own. I've consulted for other companies, and I've earned millions of dollars. And where did I start? Did I start wanting to earn millions of dollars? No, I was 14 years old. I wanted my first car. At age 14, I got my driver's license. At age 14, I wanted my first car, which was a 1957 Chevy. And out of all the millionaires I've interviewed from this industry, almost every one had a goal to only earn between $300 and $500 because they had real needs. Maybe they had a child in college. Maybe they had, their roof was leaking. They needed to repair a roof, or they needed a new car, or just make some repairs to their car. Many things that, could cause a person to want to earn an extra $300 to $500 a month. I mean, that would make your grocery budget a lot easier, wouldn't it? And because it was a realistic goal, they actually went to work and they accomplished that goal. See, when we set goals that are too high, we get discouraged rapidly. We get discouraged easily. But when we set a realistic goal, and that's why, let's take the football game for example. If the goal was to run a 100-yard touchdown every single time, people would get very discouraged, right? Because how many out of how many downs does it take to run 100 yards? It doesn't happen too many times in a game. But we have a lot of 1 yard, 2 yard, 5 yard, 10 yard moving forward. And that's really the goal here, folks, is to start at a realistic goal and then move the ball forward. Earn that first $10, that first $100, that first $500. And it's kind of like driving down the highway at night. Your lights you might see 100 yards down the road. But when you get down the road 100 yards, you can see another 100 yards down the road. And so that's what happened. These people, when they reached that $300 or $500 mark, they could see how they could increase their goal. They could double that amount. And the interesting thing is in this industry, You're going to get to that from 500 to 5,000. You're going to get there much faster than you went from 0 to 500. Why? Because you have people working with you. You're not doing this alone. You're inviting other people to come along with you. And if you are helping yourself, you're seeing results with what you're doing, and you're seeing other people that you invite having results in their lives. They're changing their lives. Then doesn't it make sense just to invite more people? Absolutely. So what I'd like to do is, if any of you have a question or a comment, feel free to raise your hand. I think you can do that from the chat box or from the participants. I'm not sure. Anyway, or just click unmute, and we'd love to hear from you.
John, hi. I have a question.
Okay, go ahead, Christina.
Um, if someone says to you, no, 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 this is a pyramid. I know it's a pyramid. No, it's not a pyramid. You just need to pay attention and see what the structure is exactly. Okay. What is your best response when people say, oh, no, no, I'm sure it's a pyramid. It's one of them.
That's one of them.
That is one of them. It's a pyramid. I know. I'm like, okay, well,
Uh,
you're lost, but okay. Which the best
well,
response?
I don't know. Have you ever been part of a pyramid?
Yes, they have in the
Have
past,
you
which is
have you
why.
ever been a member of a church?
Uh-huh.
Have
Uh-huh.
you ever been a citizen of a country? They're all pyramids. Have you ever worked for an employer, especially a corporate employer? Aren't they pyramids? You have a
Mm-hmm.
CEO at the top, and you have, echelons of people underneath that down to the janitor, and they're all pyramids. And who gets paid the most? The one that was there first, or the one that's on top, the CEO, right?
Right.
The one who climbed the ladder. Well, the beauty of this is anybody can climb the ladder, and somebody could start a year from now or 2 years from now, and in a month or two be earning more money than any of us. It's based upon effort, and it definitely is not a pyramid because number one, only one person gets paid from each of the compensation plans. Okay, so there is two compensation plans. So in this case, two people are going to get paid, and sometimes both of the payments are going to go to one person. And so it's definitely not a pyramid. There's not, there's no levels. What I mean by that is in a typical pyramid structure, you take a matrix, for example, you're going to pay out, uh, let's say you're paying out, in our case, 80%. Most companies only pay out more like 30%. Some companies will go as high as 50%. And then you take that money, whatever it is, and you divide it amongst all of those levels. If it's 2 by 10 or 3 by 10, then you're dividing that amount of money between 10 people. 10 people are getting paid on every sale. And that definitely is a pyramid structure. And by and large, if you're at the top of that pyramid, nobody can pass you up. You're always going to make the most money. And the more they work, the more they're going to push you. They're going to push you higher to the top. And that's not the case here. The beauty of this is nobody gets paid if they do nothing. But there's also something else that happens here that doesn't happen in any other compensation plan in the world, is you could literally recruit one good person and end up making a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
Theoretically, if going all the way through the 13 levels up to the $20,000, one person could make you a millionaire. It's not going to happen overnight, but it is entirely possible.
Mm-hmm.
So the way I look at it, if my father said, if you earn $10, invest it. Why? because you always know that you can earn another $10. If you lose that $10, you can always earn another $10. So here we're talking about $10. We're talking about a cup of coffee at Starbucks, or maybe, you know, a meal at McDonald's. I don't know if you can even buy a meal at McDonald's for $10 anymore. It's getting,
I wouldn't risk it. I wouldn't risk it.
but you know what I'm saying is
Yeah,
$10 today is really nothing.
right.
It's a very
Exactly.
small risk.
Mhm.
And why wouldn't somebody take that risk? Literally, why
I
wouldn't somebody
guess,
take that risk?
well, from what I gather, it's because they felt like they've lost money in a pyramid before, and this has got to be a pyramid. And so even $10 is a risk they're not willing to take. Maybe I don't know. I'm not saying that
Okay.
they never would, but it seems like it. And what about it's like it's almost like they get paid in real time, right? Because if
Yeah,
that 80% comes to you is in your wallet and you can withdraw it, then you don't have to wait till
that's right.
the head of the pyramid decides to maybe freeze your money or decides to disappear your money or hold it for
Hmm.
some reason. I mean, to me, that's a very big plus.
Absolutely.
You know,
So,
I don't think that you, I don't, I mean, I've listened to, of course, many of your presentations, but I think that's something to really emphasize because people seem to be very hung up on money, you know?
yeah. So, number one, nobody will ever join without taking an honest look.
Right.
So just, I would maybe take this approach. It's okay for you to say no.
Hmm.
But wouldn't it make sense just to, take an honest look? If what I'm saying is true, if what I'm saying is possible, that $10 can turn into a $500 monthly income rather quickly, wouldn't it, wouldn't it be wise to take a look? So, back to that, it's okay. It's okay for you to say no. I'm
Hmm.
not offended if you say no, but I believe in it enough that I think you should take a look. I'm convinced that it's worth your while.
Hmm. Well, that's exactly what I'm going to keep in mind and say every time I hear that.
Okay. Thank
Anyway, thank
you.
you.
You're welcome. Any other
Hello.
questions?
Yes, hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, this is a praise from Ghana.
Glad to
Can you hear me?
glad you're here today.
Okay. Can you hear me? This is praise God from Ghana,
Uh-huh.
Africa. Okay. Now I have a question, and then I want to ask. When we register, we have a 1 by 2. We have clubs slash uni level. We have a dual system, and we have a fast track. So my question now, if I activate fast track, for example, and then share my link and someone join and they activate maybe 1 by 2 or dual system, um how will I how will I be connected to them since I am not in that particular metric? So that
Okay.
is my number one question. I don't know if it is clear. And number two question I want to ask if there is this if there is upgrade and if there is the manual or automatic upgrade. And my number three question is there anything like spillover? Maybe when you have more than required to split your downlines to assist them. Is there anything like spillover? These are the things I want to know. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Give me 1 second. I'm going to make a note here. Okay, our dual stream system is new. As far
Okay.
as the auto upgrade, I know we've had auto upgrade on the others. I'm not positive about an auto upgrade, and that's why I'm making a note here, because I will ask that question. On the other question, if I understand it right, the our our computer basically keeps track of everything. And so if someone joins at a higher level than you do, okay, you don't actually lose the commission. Any commission that is available will be banked in your system, in your wallet, toward your upgrade to that level. And there's reasons for doing that. Number one, if you never had to upgrade to that level and you could just continue earning money from that level, how does that benefit the person who brought you in? It doesn't. Okay. So in other words, it becomes unfair to, to those who are doing the work. So somebody comes in and does little or nothing, and then they're raking in a lot of money without any requirement to upgrade. It's just not fair. So we don't take that money away from you, but we bank it so that it's an incentive for you to upgrade, for you to be able to earn more money. And at the same time, when you upgrade, then that's going to benefit the person, that brought you in, the team of the team that's working and helping you. I'm not sure if that answers your question or not. I'm going to make one other comment here. As much as any one person knows, a mastermind or a group of people is always better. Two heads are better than one. We've heard that. So basically, what I'm asking for is any of you that would like to be part of a advisory board, or give input into ideas that can make our company, our system better. Maybe you could put yes in the chat. And I'd like to start having some leadership meetings, because frankly, I don't have a member board here. In my other company, I had a board of directors, and we had meetings 3 times a week, and so these kind of things, we were able to discuss. Basically, I've been wearing all the hats, so to speak, and I've got some ideas. I really want to boil this down and simplify this to where, I can see how this has become somewhat confusing, or maybe more than somewhat, where we've got these different plans. And my question I'll put out, I'll just put this out to the whole group if you have some input. What if we were to boil this down just to the dual stream system? So there's no more confusion as, do you join this, do you join that? And basically, people that have joined these other plans, if they haven't joined the dual stream, we would take from that other plan and join them into the dual stream, so that everybody that has joined one of the other plans would end up being in the dual stream. Because the way it works anyway is, if you're in the dual stream and then you're promoting the dual stream and you're getting paid today, tomorrow, and it's all the same, because you're getting paid from 2 streams anyway. But this way, when somebody joins, they're only joining, they're making one payment, and they're automatically getting placed into both income streams. This is my question. Has anybody like to comment on this? Let's turn
I
this
love it, John.
John,
I love it.
You got it, Rob.
I love it, John.
Okay. Is that so? That's Tom, right?
That's Tom, right?
Okay.
That's exactly the way I'm promoting it.
Okay, Tom, tell us a little about yourself, because I know a little bit about you. You've been extremely successful. You've earned millions of dollars in this industry, but most of the people here don't know you. Um, so what I'm saying is you bring some credibility to your opinion, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I appreciate it and everything. Well, put me on the board because I'm more than happy to, I mean, advisory board, put me on the advisory board. I'm more than happy to help you. I've been on several of them.
Okay.
So the masterminding concept is the key to any success in any company. I don't care if it's our industry or whatever industry it is. But no, I have been very successful in this industry. I've been retired for a long time, and I've decided to get back into the industry because of the fact that I believe that we have the best compensation program that I've ever seen, and I've looked at a lot of them. And like John, I've been on different panels and asked to be my comments on different companies and everything. So I've seen a lot of them over the years, and there's no question about that. This is the best compensation program there is, and don't let anybody kid you. In this industry, it's all about the money, and that's people always talk about, oh, you got to have the right product and everything else like that. Forget it. You're in this industry to make money, and just follow a system that's a proven success, and you'll make money. And I think the creation of this compensation program will prove that we're going to see an explosive growth before the end of the year.
Awesome. Appreciate that feedback, Tom.
Mm-hmm.
I've given a lot of thought to this, and part of this was actually inspired by you, Tom, where you sent me an email and said we need to simplify.
Right.
And so I've really been, and I agree, totally agree. If we get focused on one direction, so there's absolutely no confusing, do I do this? Do I do that? And that's I think been part of our, the reason we haven't grown faster is because people really didn't know, should I start here, start there? Should I start with the club? Should I start with the matrix? Should I, and it has definitely caused confusion. So I appreciate that. Anybody else like to share their comments on?
Yep, I will, John.
Go ahead, Brian.
I agree with basically everything that Tom has said. You and I have tossed over ideas, right the way through, almost from the very beginning of starting BDM, and it has grown and it has evolved to what it is now. And I do believe that the dual stream system is one of the most is the most powerful income generating system there is online currently. The power behind it is twofold. It's not only helping the sponsor generate income, but it also allows the sponsor to help his people or her people without any fear of loss. So I can actually work with my team, and I would encourage both sponsors and members, work with your upline, work with your downline, build that strong community. If you look at, I'm a little bit into the power of numbers, and a good power of number is 5. If you look at the Pentagon in the USA, it's 5 sides. They've got 5 separate sort of systems working together. So if you've got one person and 4 people in your group, your 4 downliners, that is a good number of 5 to work with. And you can do exactly with what John's suggesting here with a board, and I'd love to be on that board too, John.
Okay.
But you can actually do mini boards with your people and have little mini meetings and say, okay, guys, what should we do? How can we promote? Do you have any advertising ideas? And work as a community. And I love the word community. So that's what we have. We have a strong community here. And a lot of the young people today, they're looking and searching to belong to something of value that has merit, that they can actually get their teeth into. Sadly, some of them are going into crazy politics, but things like this, because we are a community helping each other, I believe we're going to attract a lot of younger people, And also, it's beholden upon us oldies, like myself at 75, and I'm not even going to guess Tom's age, but it's also beholden upon us to pass our knowledge on. But also to listen to the young people, because they do things differently. They think differently and they act differently. And we must be tolerant of that. And, we can advise them and they can advise us. So, yeah, that's my 2 cents for the moment.
Awesome. Thank you, Brian. Any other comments? I see Michael Johnson.
Yeah, John, I agree with the idea of really boiling this down and simplifying it, and keeping it at the dual system only. However, like Dr. K, he's brought in a lot of people at the $500 level. And would there be a shock to their system if they found out they have to cough up $500 every month?
No. On the that only goes up to the $100. Okay.
Okay.
That only goes up to the $100.
Okay. But the video, when it starts out, it says 13 plans. If you
Right.
replay that video, it says all of these plans are operating on the dual system.
So that, well, they still are on the dual system, but the larger plans are not a monthly plan. So that brings up another question. In the video presentation, do we talk about 13 plans going all the way to 20,000? Or do we talk about 4 plans going from 10 to 100?
That would be better.
And then
Four plans.
have the remaining plans in. Okay, so we have the dual stream, and then we have the elite dual stream, which would go from 250 to 20,000. In other words, it would still the up to 20,000 would still be available, but it wouldn't be something that we're actually promoting up front. It's kind of like the grocery store that puts out a can of tuna fish for a nickel. Not a nickel, but you know what I mean. They're putting out a can of tuna fish at a loss leader, so they can get people to come in and buy their toilet paper and fill their basket with groceries. So what I'm saying is we would focus on the 4 up front, but we're not, once they get inside and understand that, once they start making money, then they would become aware that they can go, they can continue to scale up to the 20,000. Any comment?
I love it.
I think that would be great.
Yeah, that'd be great, John.
Okay.
What about the travel? What about the travel club? Like, I mean, you could still do the simplification, which is music to my ears, but then could you also still separately promote the travel club?
Yeah, we could keep the travel club. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And we can keep the discount club as it is, or we could modify that. And that would be another discussion. But yes, yeah, we can definitely keep the travel club. Yeah, and that's I've been thinking about, the best way to do that, but we definitely want to have the travel and discounts still available.
Well, it's all music to my ears, so I'm in.
Pardon me?
I said it's all music to my ears, so count me in.
Okay. Very good. Thank you, Christina.
I love to be able to finally get my focus on, so the timing is beautiful and perfect for me as well.
Okay, super.
Yeah.
Appreciate
Jen, I
that.
have another question regarding the 1x2. You know, people who have put money into the 1x2 and then it gets eliminated. So how are they going to be compensated?
Okay. I I think the best way to handle that, Tom, is again, is if they haven't joined the dual stream, we go ahead and put them in the dual stream. But the other side of that, if they have made a donation, and that's what it is, it's a donation, and they've been, they've worked and they've got paid, they've received commissions. Those commissions aren't going away. They've already received their commissions. Okay. For those that haven't worked, didn't make commissions, they made a donation, and like I said, if it's, if we can, we'll transfer it to the dual stream. But if they haven't gone to work and earned any money in the, say, the 1x2 matrix, and now they're in the dual stream and they go to work and start referring people, they're gonna immediately get paid in the dual stream. So what's the difference? They lose nothing. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's really, as I see it, there's really no loss.
Well,
John, can
try
I just,
it.
oh, sorry.
Try it.
Yeah.
Okay. David Richards, you got a comment?
Yeah, John, can you hear me?
I can.
Yeah, if is the compensation for the dual leverage
Hmm.
at the from the 250 on up, will that be if it's the same as uh the levels on the other side? Uh, if it's going to be the same, then would there be a point of having the
So,
250?
uh, speak up. I didn't hear you, David.
Would it be a point of having the 250 on up on the dual leverage if it's going
Yes,
to be the
yes.
same?
Yeah, yeah, we do have the 250 on the dual leverage. Okay. Okay, so right now we go to make a purchase, we have dual stream, and we have the clubs and the fast track and the matrices, etc. Okay. So my thinking is we would have the dual stream, and then we would have the elite dual stream. And the dual stream would simply have these four right here, the 10, 20, 50, and 100. Then
Right,
the
those would be
link
monthly, right?
and the link, yeah, those would be monthly. The link for the elite dual stream would have starting at 250 to 20,000.
Okay, my question about that is, will the compensation be the same as if you were to just purchase like on the unilevel clubs?
Yeah, so this, uh, what you're doing is you're splitting in half. So the 250 plan would be $125 into the two up and $125 into the reverse fast track. So instead of getting paid on just one 250, you're getting paid on two 125s.
Okay, yeah, but if you go to the unilevel clubs from, the
Okay, help me understand.
and if you start at, 250, which I guess is the house club, and
Actually, that's the house club.
right, and if you look at that compensation plan for all of those up to the 20,000, If it's the same as in the dual stream, would there be a point of having both?
Well, what we're trying to do, David, is we're trying to bring this down to a single focal point so there's absolutely no confusion. And what's
Right.
happening
That's
what's happening right now is people don't know whether to join the dual stream, the clubs, the fast track, the matrix. They're confused. And confusion causes people to take no action.
right. That was my point of asking, because they, I figured they might think that, well, what are they trying to get me to join here? I mean, since they're both pretty much the same.
Well, in my, as I've been thinking through this, I think the dual stream answers everything. It answers all that we want to accomplish. All the money you ever want to earn is available right here in the dual stream all by itself.
Right.
It overcomes the fear of loss, which is I don't want to give up two people, and especially my two best people, and you never know who you're giving up. It's like, well, do I try to stack the deck? Do I put in, uh, Uncle Harry and Aunt Mary? Do I, and this is what's happened in this industry. And that's why the two up has not gone as well as it could, is because there's always some people that try to stack the deck. They don't want to give up two good people. So they're going to put dead wood in there, and dead wood doesn't bless anybody. Number one, if you plant dead seeds, if you're that person that's putting in dead wood, dead seeds, what is your harvest going to be? And truly, the law of the harvest is real. You know, the old commercial, the butter commercial. You can't fool Mother Nature. You can't fool the law of the harvest. Just you can't do it. So if you're planting dead seed, you're going to get, you're not going to get a harvest. And frankly, I had to learn that as I was, coming up through the system. I'm pretty logical. And I could see the strength and weakness of every single compensation plan. And I could see how if I did certain things, it would, maximize my income. So I put a lot of focus into that. In fact, I put so much focus into that it took time away from building my business. The time that I spent trying to move things around and et cetera to maximize my income is time that was taken away from the thing that actually made my business work. And that was finding new people. And when I finally got to the point that I realized what I was doing to myself, I quit worrying about the compensation plan. I went to work and let the chips fall where they may. And that's when I started making the big, big money. Is when I quit trying to manipulate the compensation plan. And so what this does by offering the dual stream is people no longer they can't manipulate the compensation plan. There's absolutely no way to do it. It totally takes that away. It takes away the fear of loss because they never give up a single person. And so if we just bring it down to focusing on one dual stream system where they can come in and simply make their purchase, and now they're immediately put into two systems. They're put into the dual stream. They get their half of the money, half of this $100 is going into two up, half of it's going into the reverse fast track. Any more comments?
Yeah, I've got one.
Okay, go ahead, Brian.
I've just been sitting here thinking and using the theory, or analogy of the law of the harvest. I would like to see the pay it forward system remain. However, not the way that we've currently got it. I would just like to straight pay it forward. Now, if you look at the dual stream, if I pay it forward for somebody, if I pay it forward for $10, for example, I'm going to make $4. Doesn't really matter where it falls. So, in actual fact, I'm becoming a share farmer with that person. I'm planting some of my seed. I've got $6 at risk, and I'm going to work with them. I'm going to help them build their business so that they're going to grow. And as they grow and reap their harvest, I'm also going to reap my harvest. So that's my thinking on that. So I'd love to
Absolutely.
keep the pay it forward plan going on the 10, 20, and 50, even up to the 100.
Yeah.
Because if you've got somebody working hard and they've sort of got a lot of $10 members, you might say, well, here you go, as a reward, I'm going to give you a pay it forward for you for 20 or pay it forward for you for 50.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. You know, you and I have this thing about paying it forward, so I particularly like it, and I've proven
Yeah.
it's worked for me over the years many times.
Yeah. The pay it forward will still be there. So that'll still be part of the platform. We've got the
Yeah.
pay it forward thing right here. So you can go to your, see, I could actually choose anybody. So I want to pay it forward. I don't think the dual system
The
has
dual's
been,
not there at the moment. That's why
has not
I
been added
raised it.
yet, but so what will happen is these would go away.
Yeah.
These will all go away and it would just be the dual stream. You would choose which of the dual stream you want to pay it forward to. You would choose the user that you want to pay it forward to. You would put in their ID number. I don't know, just put in a number. It's not actually showing me the number, but
Yeah.
I think you could actually put a name in here. I think you can do it either way, but you want to make sure that
Push
you
pay it
got the
forward
right
for each.
ID number, and then you submit, and that's coming right out of your e-wallet,
Yeah.
and immediately pay them into whichever plan you're
Yeah.
paying them
Well, I've
into.
already used the existing one, but the existing one is a no loss factor, which is both good and bad.
Uh-huh.
I personally like to have a little bit of, as you say, skin in the game.
Yeah.
So if I'm paying it forward and I'm paying $10, I know I'm going to get $4 back somewhere along the line, very quickly. But if I work with that person and encourage them and motivate them, and then that $10 is going to grow from 4 to 40 to 400 to possibly 4,000 to possibly even 40,000.
Well, look at it this way, Brian. If you're paying that person forward, then it's easy for you to say,
Yeah.
let's say I'm paying it forward for you, Brian. I said, okay, Brian, I'm going to pay you in. I'm going to pay your way in on one condition. You allow me to contact you every single day for just a few minutes and hold you accountable.
Yeah.
And then I call you up and I say, Brian, how many people did you invite today? Oh, I didn't invite any. I'm going to call you tomorrow. I call you tomorrow. How many people did you invite, Brian? Well, pretty soon you're going to get ashamed enough that you're going to say, oh, John's going to be calling me. I know John's going to be calling me. I better invite somebody. You see how it works?
Yep.
And then you turn around and do the same thing. You pay it forward for somebody else. You say, I'll do it on one condition, that I can call you every day and hold you accountable. See, I was taught this. This is where I got my first success. My first big success is I met this gentleman and he taught us to draw a circle, and that was you. And then you draw a circle around the circle and you divide it into 5 parts. And your goal was to personally sponsor 5 people. Naturally, that doesn't happen in one day, but you get that first person and you write that person's name in there. And then you have to call them every day and hold them accountable. Well, in order to do that, realistically, you need to know what is their why. Why do they want to join BDM? Is it that vacation? Is it the new house, the new car, the repairs on the roof, putting a child through college? And once you know what their reason is, Then you call them up, say, did you invite somebody today? No, I watched a movie. Well, is that movie going to help you put a new roof on your house? No, it's not. See, so why do people fail in network marketing? Because they don't have somebody to hold them accountable. If you're working for a boss, you've got a manager or somebody that's coming around and saying, Brian, are you doing your work? Are you slacking off? Right? And that's why businesses succeed, is because you have somebody holding you accountable. Same thing works here, and it worked when I began to apply that principle. My income just it went through the roof. And so once you sponsor somebody who sponsors somebody, then part of your question when you call them, did you make an invitation today? How many invitations did you make? And did you call your people to hold them accountable? That's the only two questions you ever have to ask. How many invitations did you make today, and did you call your people to hold them accountable? See, and eventually, if I'm asking you, Brian, did you hold your people accountable? Same thing. Pretty soon you're going to say, well, I better start calling my people, right?
Yeah.
And if you're being held accountable, I mean, it's human nature. If somebody's holding you accountable, you typically will do what's required of you. And that's all that's required here to be successful. You learn to be a good inviter. You learn to hold people accountable. That's it. Millions of dollars. This principle will make anybody who uses it millions of dollars. And don't tell me you can't recruit. If you can invite somebody to a birthday party, if you can do,
Yep.
you
It's
know,
as simple as that.
it's as simple as that.
Yeah.
But do it in a way that's non-confrontational. It's okay to say no. I don't care if you say no, but I do care if you won't even take a look. That means something to me to have you take a look. But if you say no, I'm not offended. See. All right. Oh, we've had a great discussion. Any other comments? Appreciate all the feedback.
Yeah, I have a question.
Yes, go ahead.
Is it recorded? And
Yeah,
when
Yes.
it's sent out?
Yes, this will be recorded and it'll be yeah, I'll try and get it sent out right away.
Okay. I missed about half of it, that computer, so I'm on my phone. Appreciate it, John.
Absolutely. Thank
Just
you,
one more
Victor.
thing, John.
Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah. That was
One
Let him
minute. One minute, Brian.
Yeah.
Shirley York's been I think trying to say something here. Shirley?
Yes, I have. I just want to know for you to know that I am very, very happy that you're doing this. I'm 85 years old, and I think I just did a backflip. I'm so happy.
Okay.
I'd
I
pay
love
to
it.
see that.
Happy.
Very happy.
All right.
Very, very happy. I think this will help a lot.
Thank you, Shirley. I think it will too. I think this has really been the missing link. So I'm quite excited myself to see this happen. I think we can really go a long ways with it.
Yeah.
Brian, go ahead.
Yes.
You had another
Um,
comment?
Yeah, I was going to say the new welcome email you're sending out. I personally haven't got one yet, but I've got notification of a new member signing up. John, that is brilliant. That is really good value. So thank you for doing that. The only thing I'd add to it is if you can put the email address of the person that signed up, and also as I might have sent you an email suggesting we put the contact details of our sponsor in our back office, as in maybe their email and their phone or Skype or WhatsApp or Telegram or something like that, so that members can actually reach out to us as well as we reach out to them.
Awesome. Send me.
And I had a lovely long-time friend who talked to me today. I sent her a copy of what we were doing, and she had joined up underneath one of my people, and she said that she got very confused when she went back and looked at the site And the big thing is she said about the AI. Do you have an AI bot in there doing the customer service?
To have a what button?
An AI bot, customer service. She felt there was an AI bot in there where you are there. She thought that was an AI bot.
During okay, that we have a live customer service, and I'm not sure what hours. It's basically hours U.S. time.
Okay.
I think he quits at 7 o'clock in the morning, which will be 7 p.m. I'm not sure what time he starts, maybe 10 a.m. or something like that, 10 to 7. I'm not sure. But during those times, you actually have a live person there. The rest of the time, that's just I'm not sure exactly how that works, but
This
I
will
think you can
make
leave a
things a
message
lot
there.
easier for some people now that have been away for a little while and are having a second look and want to become activated, because as they see the growth, they realize they've been in there, that they haven't done anything, and they think, well, this is great. But if we can say we're working together as a team to streamline operations, to make things easier, simpler, less confusing, then I'm sure we're going to regroup a lot of those people.
Absolutely.
Okay, I'll shut
Okay,
up.
well, with your permission, I'm going to get started on this. So what I would recommend at this moment is just point people to the dual stream, help them get started in the dual stream, and we'll get this all moved over as quickly as we can, and in a way that really benefits everybody. I don't think anybody's really going to take any loss here. Like I said, if they've joined one club and we turn around and put them in the dual stream. Now understand this. If you've got downline that joined one of the other clubs and we put them into the dual stream, we're not going to pay double commissions. Those commissions have already been paid. We can't double the commissions. So we'll put them into place as if they've paid, and then when they go to work, then you'll start getting paid from their efforts, if that makes sense. Does that sound fair, Brian?
That's very fair. You can't, there's been companies before that have tried a similar thing of readjusting and have paid double commissions and gone broke. So, why get paid twice for what work that's already done? It's not on by for anyone. Everybody loses that way.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okie doke.
Okay, great. Mate. Thank you very, very much. And thank you everybody else for coming along too today.
Yes, indeed. Appreciate all the comments. See if there's any. Okay, I'm just looking through the notes here, make sure I haven't missed anything from the chat. Okay, well, let's go ahead and wrap it up. Again, I want to thank you for being here. Thank you for your comments and questions. This really is a team effort. We're doing this for you. So, this really can be the biggest opportunity of a lifetime. For me, looking back through my years in the industry, if I had this opportunity, I can only imagine what would have come out of it. It's just, to me, it's beyond incredible. So anyway, it's BDM is not just a name. It's our mission. So welcome to BDM. Let's build something that lasts. We'll be here on Sunday for those who like to join us on our faith discussion. It's really not religion or anything like that. We basically try to stick with principles that are going to improve your relationships, your finances, your health, those type of things. And you're welcome to join us. If not, that's okay too. We'll be back again on Tuesday. Hopefully we'll have some updates on Tuesday as to the direction we're taking. I wouldn't be surprised to actually see it in place by that time. We've got an incredible team here. So we typically get things done rather quickly. All right, folks, appreciate you being here. God bless, and we'll see you at our next meeting.
Thank you.
Good night.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.